Welcome! In this video, I will show you how to change the colour of an entire row in Excel when a task is done. I'll use checkboxes to determine the formatting, but I'll also comment briefly on how to highlight a row based on text input such as Y or N. I'll cover 3 separate scenarios, being how to highlight a row when one specific checkbox is ticked, highlight a row when one or more checkboxes are unticked, and how to highlight the row when all 3 checkboxes are ticked. In my Excel spreadsheet, I have my data in a table. 3 columns contain checkboxes being right to work, contract signed, and safety induction completed. I'm using checkboxes here. If you would like to see how to add them to columns, I've got a separate video on that too. A few points to note first. Every cell which has a checkbox automatically contains a value. The cells are not empty. If I click on a box which is ticked, in the formula bar you can see the word true, but if I click on a cell where the box is empty, the formula bar shows false. I am going to change the colour of the row based on these true and false values. So in example 1, I would like to highlight the row when there is a tick in the safety induction checkbox. Note, it's only when this box is ticked in column E that the row should change colour. The status of the other columns does not impact which rows are to be highlighted. As I would like the entire row to be coloured, I need to highlight all my data. So if I click in cell A2, and then with Shift, Control and End, taking me to the last cell in the table, which is E21. In the Home tab, I then go to Conditional Formatting and select New Rule. My formatting will be based on a formula, so I'll use this option, Use a Formula, to determine which cells to format. Then my formula is equals $, E, which is the column reference, and the dollar symbol is required before the E, as I would like the colour to change based on the values in this column, but I want to allow the row number to change. So I then put in 2, because my starting cell is E2, then equals true, as I would like the colour to change when the checkbox is ticked, so in the true position. I then click on the Format box to select my formatting. For checkboxes, the background colour of the cell is determined by the fill, and the colour of the filled in checkbox and the checkbox border is determined by the font colour. I would like to grey out the row, so in the fill selection, I'll select this light grey colour, then click OK, OK, and that's my rows highlighted. And when a checkbox in the safety induction column is ticked, the row changes colour. I'll now show how the formatting can be changed after initial setup. And to do this, first I'll click on a cell in column E. Then in Conditional Formatting, I select Manage Rules. Then I'll select the formula rule, which I recently set up, and click Edit Rule. Again, select the Format option. And this time, I would like it that when the checkbox is ticked in column E, that both the fill changes to a light grey and the font, i.e. the checkboxes that are currently green in that row, change to a grey colour instead of the green. So I click OK, and then select Apply. If I close the box, you can now see that when the box is ticked in column E, my green tick boxes have changed to a dark grey colour. Another quick example, if you prefer to strike through the text, then in font I can select Strikethrough, and in this scenario I'll also remove the background colour. Okay, so that's how to change the colour with checkboxes, but if you are using text, perhaps Y or N in your cells, to highlight the row, all you would need to do is in the formula change the word true to Y, which must be within marks given that it's text. Okay, I'm now going to delete the formatting rules I just added by going to Conditional Formatting, Manage Rules, then select the formula and click Delete Rule and click OK. And the conditional formatting disappears. You could also use the Clear Rules option, but in my case I would like to keep the green background in the tick box cell. That's why I use the Delete Rules option. In example 2, I am going to highlight the row if at least one of the checkboxes in the row is empty. As a reminder, if I click on an empty checkbox, you will see false appear in the formula bar, and this is what I'm going to base my formula on. And to do that, as with example 1, I start by highlighting all my data to which the rules must apply. Here from cell A2 to E21, and I go to Conditional Formatting as before and select New Rule, use a formula to determine which rules to format, and this time in the formula I would like to check for multiple conditions and only one needs to be true. So I'll use an OR statement and say equals or open bracket, back with my dollar sign, C2 being my first checkbox cell, equals false, i.e. if it's empty, comma, $D2 be my next checkbox column, equals false, so if it's empty too, and then my third column is $E2 as the starting cell equals false, bracket. So if anything in column C, D or E is unticked, then I would like to apply the following format. Here I'll change the background. If they're not ticked, I'll select this blue colour for the background colour, click OK, OK. And the row is highlighted if there is a checkbox empty, so only those rows with the checkboxes which are complete are untouched by the new formatting. Equally, if instead of false you were using N, then the formula to be input would be the same, except I'm replacing the word false with N in quote marks. I'll remove my formula rule, ready for demonstrating example 3, which is how to change the colour of the row based again on multiple conditions, but this time if all 3 checkboxes are ticked. This is similar to example 2, only the formula changes. Everything else is the same. And like in example 1, I am interested in when the box is ticked, so when it is true. I highlight my range of cells again from cell A2 to E21, then in conditional formatting, new rule. Again, use a formula to determine which cells to format. And this time in my formula, I will be using an AND statement. So I say equals and open brackets, $C2, which is my first cell in my first checkbox column, equals true, and I do that the same for my other columns now. So $D2 equals true, comma, $E2 equals true, close my brackets. Then I can apply my formatting. And this time I would like the fill to be light grey when it's complete. But I'm also going to go to the font section, and this time, once they're all complete, I would like to change the green in the tick box to a grey colour. So I'll select this dark grey, then click OK, and as you can see, the rows where all 3 tick boxes were marked as complete, the row has greyed out. For the text version of this, when Y is used, the AND statement would only require the word true to be replaced by Y in quote marks. In summary, in this video I have covered how to highlight a row when one specific checkbox is ticked, highlight a row when one or more checkboxes are unticked, and highlight the row when all 3 checkboxes are ticked. Please check out my other videos in the series where I demonstrate formatting on columns or individual cells and how to set up and change the formatting of checkboxes. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel for more Excel tips. Thanks for watching.